at mykitchenrules.com.au.
We've had the most amazing journey.
This program is proudly brought to you by Endura Sports Nutrition. Train harder, race faster, recover quicker with Endura.
I think for these two boys it's a matter of survival.
That's cost him a couple of seconds.
This is the hardest 10K on the circuit.
More aggression in this
He
race.
is unbelievable.
He's got his teeth into a win in Moolooba. For over 2 decades, the sun-drenched South Queensland coast and the surf of the Pacific Ocean has drawn competitors from all corners of the globe to contend for triathlon glory. It's an iconic location, mixing pleasure and pain. The course backdrop is one of Australia's premier tourist destinations. The name Mooloolaba evokes a famous history and fantastic heritage of a punishing pursuit. And the event has now grown into a family-friendly 3-day celebration of sport. Accessible to all, the Subaru Mooloolaba Triathlon Festival sees the weekend warriors swimming the same seas, riding the same roads and pounding the same pavement as the season starts. And the international elite categories are brimming with triathlon's top dogs and title holders, facing off for a chance to etch their names into the Australian archives. Hello and welcome to the Subaru Mooloolaba Triathlon Festival. I'm Ian Cohen and with me is 2008 Beijing gold medalist Emma Snowsill. And Snowy, so good to see so many people out supporting our elite athletes.
Well, we certainly have some Aussies to be cheering for, but the other Commonwealth nations are also vying for their spots come August in Glasgow, so we have a hot competition on our hands.
And we also have over 3,500 age groupers that are going to be competing over the Olympic distance, including this lady, Liz Gardner. She was for 12 years an aerial skier for Australia, and now she's taking on a new challenge.
This is all new to me because, you know, aerial skiing, you didn't have to fuel or pace yourself at all. It was over in before you could blink. So this is a completely different thing for me to figure out.
Good luck to Liz. There is plenty of inspiration coming out of the age groupers, including this lady, Lee Bova.
I've got 4 kids. They're 2, 4, 6 and 8 years old. If I started to lose weight, I was fairly big after my last child, and I decided I wanted to lose weight, mainly to have more energy to play with them. And the weight just fell off, and it just made it easier. I just want to get out there and have a great time. It's just beautiful. I'm just loving it. Good luck, Lee.
Good luck indeed. We'll be tracking their progress through the Olympic distance. She's got her own support crew. So all is in readiness for the women's event, the Triathlon World Cup sprint distance, and we've got some of the stars in from across the globe.
Well, we have Gwen Jorgensen from the USA, was in great condition last year, crashed out in the last round unfortunately, but Andrew Hewitt from New Zealand, well known around here, and our Australians Ashley Gentle and Emma Moffat probably won't be so happy about the big surf conditions and the fact that the swimmer's now been moved to the river.
Yeah, I do enjoy an ocean swim and the weight off the beach and a possibility of catching a wave at the end of the race, but it is what it is, so yeah, it's not too bad to swim in here as well.
Yeah, it's my first race this year, so I'm looking forward to racing. It's always nice to come to Mooloolaba. I've been here many times before. I started back in 2006 coming here. It's not far from New Zealand, so it's almost a home race.
Okay, let's have a look at what is ahead for our elite women, and the swim is in the river, Em.
Well, it is now a 1-lap, 750-metre out and back swim. Then the girls make their way up into transition and up and over Alexandra Hill for that 20-kilometre bike ride consisting of 4 laps.
And from there, it's 4 laps of 1.25 k's along the Esplanade and also Beach Terrace to finally finish this sprint distance course, and we're about to get underway. A deep water start for our elite women. The siren about to go, and they're away.
And we have Emma Moffat, second from bottom of screen. She's in a great position there, and hopefully they can break up this group early on and get some clear water.
They are in the river. How important is it to try and just establish your own little bit of space in this absolute flurry of arms and legs?
Well, it is only 315 metres to that first buoy, and you can see that there are groups that have already divided, and that certainly is a big benefit to those girls out front.
Some of our surf lifesavers involved in just keeping everyone safe. The girls will triangulate here for 50 metres before heading back into transition.
Well, our race leader, Katie Hersey, here from the USA, is certainly taking this swim out fast. And we also have hot on her heels a Spanish athlete, with Kirsten Sweetland just in third place, and Takahashi from Japan also hot on her heels. So for a 750-metre sprint distance, this swim is certainly strung out at this point in the race.
Conditions perfect. They're heading back into transition now. It's the Americans that have got a little lead as they head towards the beach, and then confronting them is a 20k bike ride up and down across the top of Alexandra Headlands and back. And the first one to emerge is the 15 of Katie Hersey.
She's certainly had a fantastic swim and definitely one of the young up-and-coming USA athletes. Kirsten Sweetland, who's also qualified her spot for the Commonwealth Games later in the year for Canada, and Takahashi from Japan has had a fantastic swim coming out with these lead girls.
They head towards the bike. Hersey with a couple of seconds just up her sleeve. Transition super important though.
This is certainly a place not to panic. You know, you can see the big group of girls coming behind you. It's time to be organised and think about how to get out on that bike safely and with everything intact, and also not tripping over those other athletes.
We could see Emma Moffat there just having to make way for some traffic that was in front of her. Now the chase group comes in. They're some 8 or 10 seconds behind at the moment. Moffat departs. That's Jorgensen, very tall American, and this is our leaders on the road.
Jorgensen's had a great swim to be up the front there, but we have a breakaway of 3 girls, and that Katie Hersey is still out front, and Kirsten Sweetland are working really well together. If these girls want to stay away, they need to get organised now.
They need to do 4 laps of a 5-kilometre course. This is down the bottom of the course at Alexandra Headlands. You can see them turning at the Subaru Arch, and they'll make their way back. It's a bit of a balancing act. You don't want to lose momentum.
It's certainly not the place to be at the back of those packs, but this is where these girls, 4 of them, now in a chase group. We have Gwen Jorgensen again up there with Emma Moffat, and she's putting the hammer down. She knows she needs to get to these front 3 girls if she wants to have any contention of being on the podium.
They are all working hard, the front 3 girls now at the head of the course. Great crowds here at Mooloolaba. This is Routier, the Spanish girl, along with Sweetland and Hersey, the Americans. They're being chased down by this group of 4 riders, and then another 8 seconds behind them is the peloton. 32 strong field, all at the roundabout at Mooloolaba.
Also at the Moolooba Triathlon, we have the Sport and Lifestyle Expo. It's a fantastic opportunity for the young up-and-coming athletes to come and get the signature of some of their heroes, athletes and ASICS ambassadors, Ashley Gentle and Emma Moffat.
I think ASICS apparel is amazing because it's comfortable to run in, it's light, it's flexible, like you can sweat in it and you still feel good running. ASICS has a great training range. Not only the shoes are fantastic, but yeah, the clothing is great. There's a wide variety for when it's hot, for when it's cold, or if you need tights or little shorts. It has the whole lot. Yeah, I've always worn ASICS shoes, so to wear the apparel as well kind of goes hand in hand, and for me it's really a no-brainer. Looking around at the range, I just want to take it all off and go home. I'm a throw-it-all-in type of girl and wash the gear, and yeah, it always comes out looking pretty good.
They're hearing for the first time, and it's beautiful. Now it's this mum and dad's turn. In a groundbreaking TV first, you'll see it switched on live. Witness the most unforgettable moment in this family's life.
The world that they know is going to change.
First it was mum.
Hello.
Yes.
Now dad's hearing will be switched on live.
What's the first thing that you'd like to say to them?
I love you.
I love you.
Can't wait.
A very special Sunday night on 7.
Train harder, race faster, recover quicker with Endura Sports Nutrition.
Finally, an easy and discreet way to finance. iBorrow offers hassle-free short-term loans using the assets you own. Money is received fast and will keep your belongings safe until they're returned. Apply online at iborrow.com.au.
Everyday Savers means your favourite products at low prices that are staying low.
Like 6-pack Sanitarium Up and Go, now just $6.50. Save $1.50 every day. Another way we give you more savings every day.
Want to get wild this summer? Colour it Wahoo! It's a water blast with a Raptor. Tie yourself in knots of fun with Loopy Tube. Ride 'em Cowboy with the Wahoo Rocker. Spin it with the Wahoo Paddle Wheel. Aqua Hockey, sure thing with Wahoo. And Pool Slide for a crazy splashdown. For mad fun this summer, colour it Wahoo.
When you search online for a hotel room, you get so many results. But when you look closely, you find the same hotel room for different prices. Trivago instantly compares over 150 websites to find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
From the makers of Candy Crush comes Pet Rescue Saga. It's the perfect pet puzzler. Download now on Facebook, Android, iPhone and iPad.
Here at Mooloolaba, you can explore the ocean from the marina. There's fishing charters, a whale watching tour on Whale 1, jet ski hire and diving trips. There's dining, there's shopping, there's plenty to do at the Mooloolaba Wharf. Of course, the beauty of a multisport event is anyone can get involved. Here's our Subaru age group triathlon. 3,500 people, 6:30 in the morning they headed off, Snowy.
Completing the Olympic distance, I'm sure there's going to be seasoned veterans as well as newbies in this event.
And this is one we're keeping an eye on, a mum of 4, Lee Bova, and she's wading into the water, swimming through. Here she is coming through transition. How hard to get involved as a mum and try and train yourself up like this?
Well, I think this race for her could be probably the easiest training session she's had, considering she gets up at 4:30 a.m. to train before she gets her 4 children out of bed.
4 children's just a job by itself. Everyone's pretty happy to see Lee go past. Look at those dance moves. Don't know that we'll be seeing any more of those. And of course the men as well, plenty of support. And it doesn't matter where you finish, the fact that you're actually competing is just enormous.
Well, the waves keep continuing, and here the 30 to 34 age group with our competitor Liz Gardner, the Olympian, the aerial skier.
How's your swim go?
Yeah, it's good. A little argy-bargy out there, but not too bad.
Yeah?
No waves to contend with, so that's nice.
Off on her 40k cycle, and we'll check on her progress later.
We rejoin our elite women. This is a lap and a half into the 4-lap circuit that will give them 20 kilometres on the bike. This is our lead group, and it's now a lead group of 7.
Those chase groups are very close behind, as you can see in the background, but these girls have to get organised if they want to continue this way.
15 seconds down the chase group, and plenty of the Aussies here too.
Yes, we have our under-23 world champion Charlotte McShane in the group, and also our youth Olympic champion Jazz Hedgeland, so she is having a cracker race.
Well, the chase group is certainly better organised at the moment than the lead group, because there seemed to be a bit of yelling and screaming, and as you can see, the gap is narrowing. They're tearing along the esplanade at Mooloolaba, but there's only a couple of seconds in it now.
That chase group can see those girls ahead, and that is a fantastic place to be, because you know you're gaining, and they have to be very careful coming around this roundabout because they can slingshot themselves out. But this group has come together. The likes of Ashley Gentle, she's been really working hard on the bike, so it's paid dividends for her to bring this group together and put her in a good position coming into transition.
This is the chase group now, nearly a minute and a half behind. It's going to be very hard for these elite women athletes to try and chase down our leaders, but the conditions are pretty hot at the moment, 30 degrees at this stage. What's happening in regard to nutrition and hydration for our leaders?
Well, this Hungarian athlete does not have to worry about this, unfortunately. She has obviously had problems on the bike and won't be able to continue with this race, but for the girls out front, they certainly need to be aware of their fluid intake. This is a deceivingly hot course. Even though it is only sprint, they might not necessarily need to take on food but they do need to make sure they do take on some liquid calories.
This is lap 3 of 4. Emma Moffat's jumped off the front here, and it's a tight, twisting part of the course here. You know it so well, Emma. Why did she decide right now she needs a bit of free space?
Tactically, in a league group this big, you need to be at the front of the group. It's the safest place to be, and to make sure when you come out around this roundabout, you're not being left off the back of the group.
They are heading for their last lap. They'll go back over the top of Alexandra Headland again. This is the lead group. Hewitt, the Kiwi, out in front at the moment. Then, of course, Emma Moffat in there. Ashley Gentle as well. So the Australians putting in certainly a great performance. And Gwen Jorgensen, the big American who actually trains with the Wollongong Wizards.
Under coach Jamie Turner, the young up-and-coming Australians, Charlotte McShane, under-23 world champion, Natalie Van Cohorden. These girls are certainly taking the world by storm.
Andrea Hewitt just wiping the sweat from the eyes, one of the top Kiwi competitors, and they'll all be getting the mindset about transition, because this is the last run to the transition zone, and then it's really going to come down to a foot race because it's such a big group going into the changeover.
Emma Moffat again taking pole position coming into transition through where the road narrows. It's certainly a place that you do not want to get caught up at this point in the race.
So Moffat leads in. You can see the bare feet. They'll all be looking for their certain positions to be able to change over, get the runners on, and then it's a 5-kilometre run. So this is half the Olympic distance. It's the sprint distance. They cradle the bikes, the helmets come off. Moffat is first to go.
What a fantastic transition for her. All these girls need to make sure that in transition everything is placed in appropriate boxes, because otherwise they could succumb to a 15-second penalty.
It's similar to the course they've ridden. What's happening to the legs right now though, Snowy? How much pain is going through them?
I tell you, Alexandra Hill is a placer. It certainly saps the energy, but we have Yuita from Japan who is taking this run out extremely fast.
She's a pocket rocket, Yuita from Japan. She's certainly not mucking around as she leads Moffat. She's got herself a couple of seconds. The rehydration though, so important at this stage.
This Mooloolaba run course is deceptively hot. All those athletes are taking on water, trying to cool their core body temperature down.
The Americans are on the hunt, but look, issues here for Emma Moffat. Hasn't delayed her though too much. Yuita's still out in front.
Let's look at that again. Emma Moffat could have picked up a rock, some sand in her shoe, coming out of the swim into transition and been carrying that the whole time on the ride.
The good news is, though, the Aussie is continuing her chase down. She's currently in second position, wearing the number 4, Emma Moffat. Yuita is the woman who is out in front at the moment, but Moffat is hunting her down, and you can see the tall figures of Jorgensen and also Hersey, the 2 Americans, coming into the frame as well.
Well, the young Katie Hersey is having a fantastic race if she is running in contention with Gwen Jorgensen, who unfortunately crashed out in the final race last year. She headed into it as world number 1 and unfortunately came out as world number 4.
That was certainly a disappointing result, but not so for Emma Moffat. She's just made the catch on Yuita with 2 laps to go of this 5-kilometre run leg. So the Americans are closing as well. And as you can see, Yuita just running out of a little bit of pace at the moment. It's getting congested up the front.
Well, having a sprint distance over this Mooloolaba course is one of the toughest you could possibly hold. But I tell you what, Emma Moffat has been really concentrating on doing some of the longer distance half Ironman events. She has the advantage of knowing she's in the Commonwealth Games team, and a sprint race is certainly something that she probably would not have prepared for at this time of year.
Triathlon, such a beautiful sport and so many diverse body shapes. You can see the compact form of Yuita still just managing to hold off the Americans. Moffat's a little bit off the back, but the tall form of Gwen Jorgensen, originally from Wisconsin, now training in Wollongong, so almost an adopted Aussie, and she's moved into the front.
Well, talking of long body legs, I think Gwen Jorgensen is certainly making the most of hers, running down this Alexandra Hill, and she is just putting strides into these other girls.
Katie Hersey's managing to hang on at the moment, so is Yuita, but it looks like Emma Moffat just trailing off the back.
Well, Moffy doing the hard yards and the intensity of this sprint racing, but these 3 girls, could this be our podium? They are certainly breaking away from the rest of the field, working very, very well together. And Gwen looks like she is wanting to make a move. They're coming up to the completion of their 3rd lap. Here, Andrea Hewitt, very experienced on this course as well, and the young Ellen Pencock from Canada. She could be looking at a Commonwealth Games spot if she continues with this form.
Gwen Jorgensen is our leader, and she's just using those long, slender limbs to advantage now. A slight incline here, and she's starting to gap Yuita and also her compatriot in Katie Hersey. With just 1 lap to go, 1.25 kilometres. Pennock, the Canadian, Hewitt, the New Zealander, and Emma Moffat having a tough day at the office in the latter stages.
Well, Emma Moffat is hanging in tough. She is still leading the Australian charge, and there is no way she's going to give up that position.
Jorgensen is certainly much taller than the rest of the field. Is that an advantage in this sprint format?
Jorgensen really does have an amazing athletic build for running. She is extremely efficient. You can see that her long legs certainly cover a lot more ground than the likes of the others, but in this sort of racing, she is a phenomenal athlete over the 10 kilometres as well.
Ueda and Hersey are battling for those final podium positions. Jorgensen comes up for the final turn, and now she'll head towards the finish line, and look at those long limbs stretching out down the hill.
An opportunity for these girls to all assess where everyone else is in the field at that turnaround. It's one of those do I, don't I sort of moments, and how much have I got left in the tank? Thankfully, it's all downhill to the finish line, but you can see Hersey is really putting in everything she's got, almost slapping another competitor in the field.
Well, Hersey is certainly putting a time gap into Ueda, but this lady is putting a time gap into everyone. It's our leader, Gwen Jorgensen, as she comes by and laps a couple of other of our triathletes here at Mooloolaba. She's not far away from the line, and she'll be just starting to break into a bit of a smile. The big crowd here at Mooloolaba showing their appreciation to Gwen Jorgensen from the USA, who takes out the ITU World Cup. And look at that time, Emma Snowsill, inside an hour.
Well, this is a quick race, and you can see that her teammate Katie Hersey finishing in second, putting everything she's got into this final straight just to take out that position from Ueda from Japan. She has held on and had a remarkable run. I think she'll be very proud of her result here today, as well as Emma Moffat finishing in 6th place. A remarkable race considering the training she's probably been putting herself through for the longer distances.
Well, she's got a smile on her face. She'll be happy to have that one over. But our winner today, Gwen Jorgensen from the USA.
Had a good race. I'm really happy. Obviously, when you come away with the win, you're happy.
I felt good. The swim went really well. The bike was a little rough, and the run was just tough. I mean, running with Gwen is hard, and so I just tried to stay as close as possible.
And Katie knows that so well. There's our winner, Gwen Jorgensen, over the top of Katie Hersey and A. Ueda from Japan, rounding out the podium. This is how the results stacked up.
Oh, a new up-and-coming name, Ellen Pennock from Canada, is one we're going to have to watch out for, and the seasoned Kirsten Sweetl as well, and Rebecca Robisch from Germany rounding out that top 8.
The Subaru Mooloolaba Triathlon Festival has a number of events, and this is our ASICS Twilight Fun Run, the elite categories, and look at them go.
Well, we have some elite triathletes mixing it up with these runners. Dan Wilson there in 2nd place, most likely competing in a few weeks, but Jackson Elliott is taking out this men's race fast and furious, along with our London Olympian Emma Jackson, who decided not to compete in the triathlon itself, instead looking at Commonwealth Games selection and competing in a few weeks. And what a fantastic time she has finished in 15:46. She is certainly looking in great shape.
Also in great shape, our men's winner in the light blue there, Jackson Elliott. And then a little bit later, when the sun went down over Mooloolaba, the age groupers got involved as well. Plenty of support, lots of phones with photos, and great to see so many of the age groupers having a terrific time. We're going to come back with the serious, the men's elite triathlon. More in a moment from Mooloolaba.
This is where it will happen.
I've got tables leaving. People are leaving. I'm not surprised. Okay. Jess, don't. We can't serve that brie.
Is she for real? People are leaving without eating their meals. They're not paying.
I'm looking around trying to find out who these dishes are for. There's no one there. They've gone.
What will cause the biggest emotional meltdown in MKR history?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to leave. I'm so sorry, everyone. I just can't do this anymore. I'm so sorry.
Will this be the end
I can't.
for our favourite mums?
I quit.
It's going to be one hell of a show. Oh, yeah, it is.
My Kitchen Rules on 7. My Kitchen Rules, tonight 6:30.
Train harder. Race faster. Recover quicker. With Endura Sports Nutrition.
One travel booking site is unmatched in separating out your best flight choices, helping you to make clear comparisons and land the airfare you really want. It's Webjet.
There's a whole new way of life waiting for you. Bursting with fresh ideas on health. Fresh fitness ideas. A fresh new look for your family. Freshen up your home. And the latest ideas in beauty. Come take a look. Fresh Ideas TV. Waiting for you right now on Channel 78.
Are you ready?
Let the dog out.
Peabody.
Let the dog out.
That's my dog. Wait. What kind of dog?
DreamWorks, Peabody and Sherman.
In cinemas Thursday.
Everyone wins instantly. Model Co is giving away up to $2 million in cash and prizes. Simply buy one Model Co product from Woolworths and enter your receipt number online to reveal your prize. It's so easy. Plus, go in the draw for your chance to win $100,000 cash. Shop today.
At Scholl, we believe that beauty begins at your feet. But often they get neglected. Now it's time for change with Scholl Ulactol Gold Heel Balm. Its non-greasy formula restores cracked heels with visibly smoother results in just 3 days. Leaving your feet soft, smooth, and as beautiful as the heels you're in. Do more for your feet. Stand up for them with Scholl.
The beautiful Mooloolaba beach is regularly named as one of the top 10 beaches in Australia. You can walk, you can jog, you can surf. There's beautiful relaxing strolls along the pathways. And of course the surf club, one of the best places to dine in town. And what a beautiful vista it is for the Mooloolaba Ocean Swim. 400 competitors, a 1 kilometre swim. But Emma, it was moved further down the beach. It started earlier this morning after some safety concerns.
Much more favourable conditions for these athletes than what they were prepared to do later in the afternoon. But you can see there is a small wave, and we have a huge sprint finish coming from some of our long distance swimmers.
George O'Brien was the man who got over the line just ahead of Sam Shepherd, and then Ridge Grimsey was in third, and then Chelsea Quebecer, really well done Chelsea, ahead of Sarah Thompson and Dimmy Coventry. That rounded out the women's. Not far away from a start in the men's elite category, ITU Triathlon World Cup. We've got 6 of the top 11 in the world amongst nearly 70 competitors.
We have the top seed Mario Mola for this race. He finished third in the world last year. And Yael Silva from Portugal finishing in 6th place. Laurent Vidal, well-seasoned athlete here, also in Mooloolaba.
They will file their way into the river for a deep water start. Let's have a listen to some of our top contenders.
Feeling really well, really excited to be here for my second year, and yeah, training has been going well, so looking forward to put a good performance today and start the season with a good race.
Do you like Mooloolaba and this beautiful weather we've put on for you?
I do. It reminds me of home quite a bit, and I've always wanted to come race at Mooloolaba. It's been on the schedule for my career, and so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it.
I mean, I'm focusing on today, but it's also part of a regression towards the season, Commonwealth Games and the WTS series kicking off, so yeah, we'll see how we go.
It is a 750 metre swim, and it is in the river after heavy surf conditions forced organisers to head it inland.
Well, the water, a warm 24 degrees for these athletes, but it is going to be one dogfight out there with this many competitors on such a short course.
The hooter goes, and as you tipped it, Snowy, it is an absolute dogfight to begin with. The water getting churned by nearly 70 competitors.
You can see athletes having to almost stop and reposition themselves within this pack just to find some clear water. This is a tough race. When the buoy is so close, all of the athletes are trying to get around there as quickly as possible and position themselves for this swim. And here in the lead, we have a Korean, Min Hyo. So he is taking out the race extremely fast.
The Koreans certainly starting to enter the world of triathlon in a serious sort of nature at the moment. They will turn right here at this buoy. They'll travel 50 metres and then head back into the transition. But look at the traffic jam at the back.
It is thick and fast. And here you can see Tommy Zafiris, a well-seasoned swimmer for the USA swim team, going to take out this swim and take control like he knows he can.
Conditions in the tidal river are superb at the moment, but the tide has gone out. Unlike the women's race, these men are having to negotiate some sand just below their feet. They are still churning. As you can see, they're standing and deciding to dolphin or porpoise. Is that an advantage or not?
Look, they do say that it is an advantage to porpoise in the water. Certainly for people like Tommy Zaveris, with the strength of his swimming, he knows he can stay out front without having to touch that land just yet.
He's got himself a little bit of breathing space, has the American. He's working hard to get to the shoreline. The goggles go up, the cap comes off. He has a quick glance behind him. He'll be feeling good at this stage, but the masses are coming for him.
We have the likes of all our top competitors up there. Mario Mola, Richard Murray, Bryce McMaster from New Zealand. They're all coming into transition. David House is up there after having a year off last year. It's nice to see him back in the competitive ranks.
So the boys working hard in transition at the moment. This is the chase group. You can see Royal, the young Australian. He's leading the green and gold charge at the moment. That's Murray, the South African, number 4 in the world. Some of the elite triathletes are here and the race is underway.
Well, there is another race underway out on the Sunshine Coast motorway. The age group triathletes are making their way to the turnaround 20 kilometres out. They fortunately have a much flatter course than these elite competitors.
And here's our mum of 4, Lee Bova. She's also out on the road as well.
How's it going? Pretty good. Beautiful, really trying. Beautiful.
A brief respite from the kids. We're also keeping an eye on Liz Gardner, Snowy. 2 Olympics she went to as an aerial skier, still competitive.
You can see that she wants to still get out there and keep herself in top shape, but this is as close to the ground as she's going to get.
Going to power home for the run? We'll see about powering home.
Well, from age groupers, we go to the super kids. There is a triathlon for everyone this weekend.
I'm going to be doing the triathlon.
Have you been practicing for the triathlon?
Yes. This is my first time doing the triathlon, and I hope I get a good score. This is my 4th time. I'm so excited.
Oh, they are keen and they are eager. Look at them charging into the water. What about for you, Snowy? When was your first triathlon?
I was certainly quite a bit older, 17 years of age, and I'm sure I would have loved this as much as these kids are at that age.
And they get to do a bit of everything. They learn the skills of transition, bike riding, running.
What an opportunity for these kids to compete on the same sort of conditions as their heroes, and these kids certainly look like they are future champions in the making.
Plenty of competitive juices flowing there. Everyone gets a medal, and look at the big smiles. Great exposure to the sport. Champions all round.
Monday, get 2 Ricks for the price of 1.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
First,
Hey, Rick.
bag a bargain.
And how much did you want for it?
With new porn stars. Then,
Hey, Rick.
bring some trash treasures to life.
This thing will go perfect in my man cave.
In all new American restoration.
Perfect.
Monday on Mate.
We're all different.
And of course our claims are different too.
I need someone to understand the difference of my situation.
And to keep me informed about my unique claim.
Real insurance can help make a real difference.
They considered my different needs. They sort things out.
Like really, really fast.
And to keep you in the loop at all times. My claim was done and dusted in 2 weeks.
Sorted in 10 days.
See if you can pocket the difference. Search Real Car Insurance or call 13 19 48.
If you're a keen gardener, or maybe you love a good project inside the home, guess what? The latest issue of Better Homes and Gardens magazine has some fantastic offers just for you. You can make these beautiful throws with our exclusive knit kit. There's over $70 worth of yarn, needles and patterns for just $45. That's amazing value. And there's a great bulb offer to give your garden colour month after month. Plus, you'll find delicious recipes like our egg feature and a bonus 24-page kitchen special. Better Homes and Gardens magazine. It's on sale now.
Can we really?
We can, darling. Grab your coat. Our great Australian dream awaits us at Simmons.
Dream big at Simmons this month with big savings across our entire range. Like the 15-square Haven from $121,000 and the double-storey 24-square Inglewood only $201,800. And all for just a $5,000 deposit.
Our dreams come true.
Oh, schnookums.
Don't delay. Visit a Simmons display centre today.
Spend and save up to 50% at the Plush New Season Sale. With the Quattro, now $3,199. Carlton, now $3,249. Layla, now $2,519. Berlin, now $2,999. Plus, Australia's best 10-year total warranty covering the whole sofa, not just the frame. But hurry, because it won't last for long. Plush. Think sofas.
Being a new mum, I get bolognese stains from the kids' fingers all over me. It's too much for normal detergent, so I make a paste with Vanish before washing.
Beetroot? Don't worry. Washing powder alone doesn't cut it, so I throw it in the wash with a bit of Vanish.
Ta-da!
Stains gone.
Vanish removes stains that regular detergent alone can't. Visit the Tip Exchange to share your tips.
Welcome back to the Subaru Mooloolaba Triathlon Festival, and at the expo we've got 3 of Subaru's ambassadors and put them under the grill.
I'm proud to say Emma Snowsill. I've idolised her since I started triathlon with all her achievements, so definitely her.
Emma Snowsill or Loretta Harrop. Split decision.
I'm a mountains type person. I love the mountains, so if I went to the Blue Mountains and stayed there, or somewhere in Switzerland or something, it would be my kind of place.
Probably say Kitzbühel, Austria. My first time there was last year and absolutely loved it.
Hamburg, Germany. Really cool atmosphere. Love to race there.
Probably Subaru Forester. I love that car.
My Subaru Outback.
Favourite car, anything with a Subaru badge on it. I do have a Forester right now, and it's a gorgeous car.
My 2 dogs, Georgie and Bailey. They're nice, small and cute.
I've got a cat named Sebastian, after Sebastian the Crab in The Little Mermaid. I was about 9 years old when I got him, so yeah, don't hold that one against me.
Favourite pet, it's not the cat. Peaches the cat is a white cat and leaves the hair everywhere, and on my black clothes it's not a good look. So to be Snickers, the dog we have, yeah.
When I was a bit younger, when I was like, younger in primary school.
You can't kiss and tell.
My first kiss, it must have been good because she came back for a second.
Time now to rejoin our men in the ITU World Cup. This is the elite category, and we're halfway through the bike leg, but Emma Snowsill, there is a massive group out front at the moment.
Well, the good thing to see is that all the Australians are up there. Ryan Bailey, Ryan Fisher, Aaron Royal, Peter Kerr, Brendan Sexton. So, what have we got here? There is a crash, and this is a tricky corner. This roundabout is tighter than it appears, and it does not look like that Hungarian athlete is going to continue.
Rendez, the Hungarian, going down, a Japanese rider also involved in that fall. This is the lead group. And we've got some of the best triathletes in the world all competing. There's Rendez there talking with officials. I think he's given his knee a fair bit of a bang there and just struggling to get away.
Just recapping this Mooloolaba cycle course, it is 4 laps like the women, up and over Alexandra Headland, back down onto the Esplanade. Hot and windy conditions. These guys are going to find it hard to get away in a group this big.
So strategy is going to become all important before we get to the transition. 20 kilometres on the cycles, and out the front at the moment we've got a bit of a break.
Bryce McMaster from New Zealand, he is renowned for wanting to break up these packs in the cycle. He would love to keep clear, and particularly, as you can see, all the guys towards the back have to slow down considerably. It is an elastic effect coming out of that tight U-turn, and it is not a good day for James Cronus. He seems to be having mechanical difficulties with his bike.
Yes, he wasn't too happy about that. This is McMaster and Canute. Canute was about 3rd or 4th coming out of the water, so he's managed to stay to the front. The chase group 12 seconds behind as they head back from Alexandra Headland to the rider frame to Mooloolaba. That's where they're heading now. Down on the Esplanade, this is our 2 leaders.
How beneficial is it for these 2 guys to try and keep away? 12 seconds, it's not much, but considering the group size, it is a safer place to be out the front.
1 lap to go. You can see the big bodies getting around there, just trying to negotiate that Mooloolaba roundabout. This is the chase group. We've got a couple out in front at the moment, but they haven't got much distance to them at this stage as they head back towards Alexandra Headland. The German, Schwetz, he's jumped off the front. He's trying to make a break at the moment.
Well, coming into the last lap, they do definitely want to take any chances they can get over this large chase group, and particularly around these tight corners. These U-turns coming around with big groups are not a place you want want to be other than out the front. Sven Riederer, he is leading the charge. He knows he's coming into transition. A well-seasoned athlete knows where to position themselves.
And you can see the green and gold of the Australians flashing by. There is a few hazards on the road, and there's been an incident. Tommy Zaveris, the American who led us out of the swim legs, got issues with his bike. The chain is off and he's peeled a front tyre. Snowy, it looks like his day is over.
Well, very unfortunate for this fantastic swimmer, but the race is going ahead without him, and that large group is going to be heading into transition. And like I said, Sven Riederer from Switzerland, he knows where to be at the right time. Stefan Justus, they need to position themselves well and have a very quick transition. Everything needs to go into the box. They need to have their bikes placed in their rack, and they'll be looking to get out there as quickly as possible. The Australians all together, looks like Brendan Sexton leading the charge out of the transition.
A terrific changeover for Brendan Sexton, and just behind him is Ryan Fisher, who has moved to Victoria to work with the VIS. There are 4 laps to go. This has now turned into a foot race en masse, and Murray, the South African, is moving to the front.
Well, we are used to seeing some Spanish athletes here in Mooloolaba. It is normally the likes of Gomez, but as you can see, coming into screen is the fast-footed Mola. He is unbelievable. The speed he is moving up over Alexandra Headland. These boys are setting an amazing pace.
Got $3.95 loose change? Then get to Macca's for a new loose change meal. For just $3.95, get the medium cheesy barbecue meal with a medium fries and a medium Coke. Better get a jiggle on to Macca's.
I'm sexy and I'm loving it.
Piece of You have a jam inside your printer and a jam inside your soul. You'll find peace within these pages. It's 50% recycled. There's no compromise on quality or brightness. You're sure to find enlightenment.
Did you say enlightenment? Did someone write that down for you?
No. Yet.
Whites, brights, recycled, reflex.
Master the wing dye, the most captivating look this season. Spread your lashes with new False Lash Butterfly Mascara from L'Oréal Paris. The revolutionary asymmetric brush instantly volumizes at the roots and stretches lashes to the outer eye, like a butterfly wing. And for a bold wing dye comes Superliner Blackbuster. Our first marker-tip eyeliner creates flawless, bold lines with ease. New False Lash Butterfly Mascara and Superliner Blackbuster from L'Oréal. Master the look at wingdye.com.au.
Are you switched on to protecting your family? For just $1, you can rest easy with a new battery for your smoke alarm from Battery World. The time to replace your batteries is now, so get into Battery World now. Battery World keeps you switched on.
What's essential to you when you travel? Toothbrush? A selfie at the airport? At Australia Post, our travel essentials are the most essential essentials for everyone. Like the Load and Go travel card that lets you lock in great exchange rates and manage up to 5 currencies. Enjoy $0 commission on foreign travel money, including foreign cash. And our travel insurance gives great peace of mind. We'll even hold your mail till you return all nice and relaxed. So it's essential you visit Australia Post before you visit anywhere else.
Carpet Call are holding out prices for autumn. Pick up this textured loop pile carpet in a range of colours. Your whole house fully laid for under $2,000. Get real hardwood click system timber flooring from $39.95 per square metre. Universal click system laminate from $19.95 per square metre. And beautiful fashion rugs from just $199 right through autumn at Carpet Call.
Call, Carpet Call. The experts in the trade.
There's a whole new way of life waiting for you. Bursting with fresh ideas on health. Fresh fitness ideas. A fresh new look for your family. Freshen up your home. And the latest ideas in beauty. Come take a look. Fresh Ideas TV. Waiting for you right now on Channel 78.
I think I found your problem. There's no engine in here. What? No, it's just 2 German guys taking a sauna.
Hello?
Hello.
What do we do?
Well, we've got to take the whole sauna out and put an engine back in.
Back in.
I don't understand any of that, but it sounds expensive.
Why don't you nimble it? Don't you see things?
He's right. Nimble do fast little loans. Once approved, you get the money in just 60 minutes.
I like you.
Nimble, smart little loans, because unexpected happens.
Mooloolaba Underwater World has plenty to offer for young and old. You can feel the amazing ocean creatures, interact with the seals. There's 14 different presentations, including the Jellyfish Kingdom, the rock pools, Seahorse Sanctuary, and a whole lot more. Behind-the-scenes tours and shark dives as well. As we rejoin the action in the men's elite category, this is the way it's panning out at the moment. Our two race leaders, Murray from South Africa and Mola from Spain.
These two athletes have gone early on this Mooloolaba run course. It's the same as the women, 4 laps of 1.25 kilometres, heading up just to the top of Alexandra Headland and back down towards transition to finish off this race on the Mooloolaba Esplanade.
1.25 kilometres each lap, the lap of 4 making 5 kilometres in total. An enormous calibre of high-end athletes in this triathlon. Here's two of them, number 5 in the world and number 3 in the world. The South African number 5, the Spaniard at number 3, and we've also got the veteran from Switzerland in Riedera.
Well, he just certainly knows how to race at the pointy end of fields. He was a bronze medalist at the Athens Olympics, but Ryan Fisher having a fantastic day for the Australians, putting himself out there for Commonwealth Games selection.
When you talk about that selection, it's going to be tough to get into the Australian team, and each of the Aussies have to put their best foot forward on every occasion.
It's what we like to see, these athletes fighting for positions. It certainly breeds performance within our country, but these two athletes are definitely not fighting for spots in the same country. Training buddies, they are pacing themselves. I'm sure they've done it many a time in training, and they have absolutely established themselves with a huge lead over the rest of the field.
This is the battle for third as they make their way along the Esplanade at Mooloolaba. What sort of pace are they doing? Because they are flying around this roundabout.
These two boys are running at 2:47. Now, on this course, this is by no means a flat course. That is moving.
How much discussion, conversation, a little bit of urging will go on? You mentioned they were training partners. Are they going to work together?
This is the brilliant thing about international athletes training together. They're not competing for their countries in sense of positions, but they're competing for their best performance. And these two know it. They're out there. They know what they can do each and every day. And when it comes to race day, it's all about getting the most out of themselves.
Mario Mola, now based in the USA, Spaniard obviously in terms of nationality, but what would he get out of training in America?
Well, he actually has a Canadian coach. Obviously, Richard Murray, South Africa. It's a very international group. But here you can see Mola has made his move on his training buddy, and he is going to take home this win. I'm sure of that if he's decided to take out the lead this far out from the finish line.
We've still got another whole lap to go, so Mola has decided that he's had enough of working with Murray. Murray just battling to try and stay on his tail at the moment. In third spot, we've got House, we've got Riedera, and we've got Bishop. So they're vying for the final spot on the podium. Bishop's making his move, but they're 40 seconds in arrears.
Well, they have the Brownlee brothers from Britain, and I'm sure that he wants to hold up that national flag for them while they're not here competing. But we have Mola. He is taking out the race fast and furious.
The bell has been rung. This is Mola's final lap. How hard is it to try and gap your opponent at this stage? Well, Mola's making it look easy.
He certainly does make running look very easy, and like I said, that pace that he is moving at up and over this hill is incredible. And Richard Murray in second position, he is doing an incredible job as well, but who has also joined the ranks of that group is David House, and he is in contention for that third spot on the podium.
Mentally, how tough is it to be running by yourself? You know the finish line's not far away, but you still got to do it.
There is a sense of exhilaration, but there's also that point where you know you can't relax just yet until that tape is firmly in your hands, and I think Mola knows what's ahead. He's got the beauty of seeing each of his competitors at every turnaround on this course. He knows that he is putting time into them, but it's not a time to relax just yet. But we have Sven Riedera from Switzerland. He is absolutely giving it his all, and he has moved into third position, broken away from David House.
And there's the Frenchman there just trying to track the man with the headband. But it is all about Mario Mola, number 3 in the world. And Mario Mola has got his teeth into a triathlon win in Mooloolaba. This is our second place getter. It is Richard Murray from South Africa. He knows he's far enough ahead just to be able to high-five the crowd, and what terrific vantage points for the crowd here at Mooloolaba. So well done to Richard Murray, world number 5. High fives with world number 3, Mario Mola, our winner. And this is third place, the 33-year-old veteran. He's got an Athens bronze medallion in the back pocket. Now he's got a podium finish in Mooloolaba.
Well, what a fantastic result for the Joel Filiol training group. David House finishing in 4th. I think there's going to be one happy squad.
Have a look at the big Spanish smile, though. Mario Mola crossing the line inside the hour, well inside, and happy with the win.
The race was almost perfect for me. I was surprised with my swim. I felt really good since we jumped, since we were in the water. So that gave me a lot of confidence in order to push with all my energy or all my strength on the run. And yeah, Richard did an unbelievable first 2 laps on the run. I just was able to stay behind him. But then the energy came, and I had that bit of power to get the win. So I can't be happier.
Mario Mola on the top step of the podium, climbing out, continuing to climb out of the shadow of the massive Javier Gomez.
Well, there are certainly some new names on this results list for the first race of the season, but the one we are looking forward to seeing more of is Ryan Fisher finishing in 8th. And the next stop for these athletes will be New Plymouth in New Zealand.
Let's check in with our age groupers. 3,500 people around the streets of Mooloolaba. Fantastic support. And here's Leap Over.
That was great.
Good ride?
It was a good ride, yeah. A bit tough in the middle, but got there.
Liz, I'm sure, will be feeling her legs as she heads out onto this run. First-time triathlete, she seems to be enjoying it. All smiles, taking in some hydration, a bit of nutrition for this last 10 kilometres.
She's certainly enjoying it. Liz Gardner, though, former professional athlete, has got the race face on. We've got more for you in a moment from Mooloolaba, including the criterium.
Different.
That boy is ours.
Our boy died 32 years ago.
What do you remember after that?
I woke up.
Tuesday after My Kitchen Rules. It's here. Resurrection.
Got $3.95 loose change? Then get to Macca's for a new loose change meal. For just $3.95, get the medium cheesy barbecue meal with a medium fries and a medium Coke. Better get a jiggle on to Macca's.
I'm sexy and I'm loving it.
Want to get wild this summer? Colour it Wahoo! It's a water blast with a Raptor. Tie yourself in knots of fun with Loopy Tube. Ride 'em cowboy with the Wahoo Rocker. Spin it with the Wahoo paddle wheel. Aqua hockey, sure thing with Wahoo. And pool slide for a crazy splashdown. For mad fun this summer, colour it Wahoo.
Earlier today, my wife had back pain. She didn't feel like playing. I thought she was going to forfeit the game. Earlier today, I felt a whole lot safer. Unlike heat rubs, Voltaren not only relieves pain, but treats inflammation. Voltaren's concentrated power strikes precisely to restore your movement sooner. Whew, game over. Voltaren, the joy of movement.
Want rewards that are out of this world? Welcome to the world of yes. Want to go places faster? Yes. Use your points with the choice of airlines to fly where you like? Yes. Last year, we helped our card members enjoy over 14 million great experiences by delivering rewards which are faster, smarter, better. Yes, just part of the Going the Extra Mile service we deliver daily. American Express. Realise the potential.
fun, more party. strikebowling.com.au.
It begins the moment we're born and continues through our lives. It's a desire to be heard, because being heard has the power to influence others.
I have a dream.
At CPA Australia, we teach the skills necessary to stand out, because your ideas and your insights are what the world is waiting to hear. CPA Australia. Be heard. Be recognised.
Australians are a lucky bunch. We can have a barbecue in the outback every day if we want to. If you've got a Stratco Outback Veranda patio, that is. All Stratco Outback Veranda patios are individually designed to complement your home, your lifestyle and your budget. Enjoy the lucky country even more under a Stratco Outback Veranda patio. Stratco, making life better outdoors.
From the makers of Candy Crush comes Farm Hero Saga. Farm Hero Saga. Available now on Facebook, iPhone, iPad and Android.
And just up the coast from beautiful Mooloolaba is Alexandra Headlands. Plenty of great accommodation there. You can stroll along the beautiful picturesque beach, maybe get a surf in, don't even need the wetsuit. Have a look at that. Or stroll along the coastline on bike or on foot. It's a wonderful scenic vista at Alexandra Headlands. And we're not far away from seeing some of our elite cyclists as a part of the Subaru Moolooba Triathlon Festival.
It was great to see the Subaru Australian Open Criterium back on the streets of Mooloolaba. 22 laps, 34 riders had to get around on this very tricky course. The first corner around this roundabout saw several riders come undone throughout the day. Just keep your eyes on the rider in black, number 14. He was the first to touch the tarmac. Doug Freeburn, unfortunately, went down early on in the race. And then we saw an attack, 3 riders getting away. Then Jack Anderson made it 4. And the 3 big teams of Budget, Avanti Racing and Drapac were represented well, and also the Queensland Academy of Sport, the young gun, Ryan Kavanagh.
Yeah, it's great to see young Ryan Kavanagh there. He's a local boy from Mooloolaba, so he's definitely performing in front of the home crowd, which is great to see.
Those other 3 riders out there, the one in red out in front was Jack Anderson. In the yellow colours, Jesse Kerrison from the Budget Forklifts team, and also Jack Beckinsale from the very dominant Avanti Racing team over the last couple of years on the Subaru National Road Series. Had a couple of intermediate sprints as well, and then Jack Anderson, the older rider of the group, put in a little bit of a move, but all it did was set up Jack Beckinsale to go on the attack.
Here we've got Caleb Ewan leading through the top corner, heading down towards the final straight.
And there's Kerrison in the blue and orange colours. Opened up a slight gap. Jesse Kerrison there in the yellow was trying to close it down. It didn't last too long. It all came back together, and then Ryan Kavanagh from the QAS put in a little attack. Jack Anderson in the red jumped across to him, and then those 2 riders out in front looked very strong, with Kerrison and Beckinsale trying to close them back.
We've got youth and experience here with Jack Anderson of 27 years of age and young Kavanagh of only 18 going head-to-head for the final.
Well, coming into the finish, Jack Anderson using that experience to go to the front position because it was so tricky in the closing couple of 100 metres, and the strength and experience of Anderson was able to hold on to take the victory in front of the 18-year-old Kavanagh from Mooloolaba. Good performance by Jack Anderson to take out the criterium here. Jack Beckinsale from Avanti Racing held on for 3rd.
And with the mass participation, there's also a race within a race. This is the elite category in the Oceania Cup.
Well, a young up-and-comer from Tasmania, Jacob Birtwistle, has had a fantastic race to claim his victory here in Mooloolaba. And taking out the women's, it is Sarah Ann Brolt from Canada.
Yeah, she had time to high-five the crowd. She was pretty jubilant about the win. And here is our winners. The champagne flows in the elite category of the Oceania Cup. Well done to all our winners. But, of course, so many other participants.
Not time for everybody to celebrate just yet. We have so many athletes crossing the line and some very excited ones. But here we have our Olympic athlete, Liz Gardner. She looks like she's put it all out there.
She certainly has. She's getting the accolades of friends and family, and she's comparing pleasure and pain from flying in the sky to running triathlon.
You know what, that's what kept me going the whole way. I kept thinking, you know, it's going to hurt, but you're not going to hurt yourself. So I kept using that, you know, using the fear from aerial skiing that, when you make a mistake in aerials, you hurt yourself. So I was like, just push through. Pain is only temporary.
Well, for some, the pain is a bit more severe, but congratulations to everyone that competes over the Olympic distance. They're winners, all of them.
Well, everybody has a different story and a different motivation to be out there and competing in this amazing sport. There's supporters that line the crowds that help them make it possible, but I tell you that there are some people out there that just do it all for themselves, and this is one of them. She is a super mum and she is now a triathlete, Lee Bova.
Oh, usually turn the tears on. They're just, everyone waiting there, clapping you on, and the little kids with the high fives. How can you not cry? It's fantastic. If everyone could feel how good I feel when I exercise, you would do it like that. I'm not, as I said, I'm nothing special. I'm just a mum. I work part-time, and I'm just doing what I can to feel good and make myself a better mum at the end of the day.
And congratulations to all our competitors. I'm Ian Cohen. On behalf of Emma Snowsill, it's goodbye from Mooloolaba.
This program is proudly brought to you by Endura Sports Nutrition. Train harder, race faster, recover quicker with Endura.
Sit back and set your sights on Mate's Double Feature Sunday. First, huge robots and huge Jackman. Real steel. Then, it's all your old favourites.
Old man, mate.
Red. Tonight on Mate.